to the missions, the borders cross them, no one's illegal on stolen land. This land's unceded territory.
To the New York Islands, from the Redwood Forest to the Gulf Stream water, this land was made for you and me. As I was walking that ribbon of highway, I saw above me that endless skyway. I saw below me that golden valley.
Hello, San Diego. Good morning. Good morning. Thank you. Thank you. Good morning. We are just a few of the people who sing and play with a group called Raise Your Voice San Diego. Our goal is to bring music to events like this. We are working up to being present at some of the very many No Kings marches happening on the 28th. If you would like to feel more equipped to sing with us today, because we're not going to sing at you. I mean, we are going to sing at you, but we're also going to sing with you. And the songs are not hard, but if you were the kind of person who feels more prepared, if you have the words in front of you, there's a QR code right here on this music stand, and you can get access to our songbook that way.
No, I'm not.
So I can tell you. Okay, that's fine. So yes, come grab your QR code. We are going to be having musical presence at the No Kings marches at Waterfront Park, in Chula Vista, in El Cajon, and in Oceanside. All others are pending. If you want to come help us, that would be awesome. You can find Raise Your Voice San Diego on Instagram. And we're going to get started with a song that definitely requires you to sing along. But it's call and response, so all you're going to do is sing back what I sing to you.
He hasn't even been installed yet. That's not the right thing. No, I wish I could have in any case, 10:27.
Okay, so like I said, this one repeats. All right, so y'all are going to do the response, right?
That was fine.
Goes like this, and it's true. We are many. We are many. We are one. We are one. We won't stop fighting. We won't stop fighting till ice is gone. Till ice is gone. Oh, we are many. We are many. We are one. We are one. The fight ain't over. The fight ain't over. Till love has won. Till love has won. I say that we are many. We are many. We are one. We are one. We won't stop fighting. We won't stop fighting till ice is gone. Till ice is gone. Oh, we are many. We are many. We are one. We are one. The fight ain't over. The fight ain't over till love has won. Till love has won. I say that we are many. We are many. We are one. We are one. We won't stop fighting. We won't stop fighting till ice is gone. Till ice is gone. Oh, we are many. We are many. We are one.
We are one.
The fight ain't over.
The fight ain't over.
Till love has won.
Till love has won.
The fight ain't over.
The fight ain't over.
Till love has won. Till love has won. It's true. It's true. All right. So we're going to teach you a song now that is very useful in very certain situations, and this just happens to be one of them. We're going to teach it to you, and then you're all going to turn around, and we're going to sing it to that building, because this song is addressed to some of the people in that building. It is one of the many things, perhaps, that we mean when we say, fuck ICE. So, will you sing this song with me? The words go like this. They go, it's okay. Please don't play yet. I'm going to speak the words. It's okay to change your mind. Show us your courage. Leave this behind. It's okay to change your mind, and you can join us. Join us here anytime. Goes like this. It's okay to change your mind. Show us your courage. Leave this behind. It's okay to change your mind, and you can join us. Join us here anytime. You got that? Should we do it one more time for practice, and then we'll turn around? Okay. It's okay to change your mind. Show us your courage. Leave this behind. It's okay to change your mind, and you can join us. Join us here anytime. Okay, I can't see. Is there anybody on the balcony outside up over there? There's a tree now. All right, well, if you turn around, all right, we're going to sing to the building now. Not to the detainees in the basement. We're singing to the people who need to hear us. All right?
No, go ahead.
Got it? All right, here we go. It's okay to change your mind. Show us your courage. Leave this behind. It's okay to change your mind, and you can join us. Join us here anytime. One more time. It's okay to change your mind. Show us your courage. Leave this behind. It's okay to change your mind, and you can join us. Join us here anytime. We're singing, it's okay to change your mind. Show us your courage. Leave this behind. It's okay to change your mind, and you can join us. Join us here anytime. We're singing, it's okay to change your mind. Show us your courage. Leave this behind. It's okay to change your mind, and you can join us. Join us here anytime. Woo, it's true. It's true, y'all. Up there in the windows, we're singing you a song. All right. This next one is more aimed at our neighbors farther down in the building and in other places. So the words that we're going to sing for now go, this is for our neighbors who are locked inside. Together, we will abolish ICE. This is for our neighbors who are forced to hide. Together, we will abolish ICE. This is for our neighbors who are locked inside. Together, we will abolish ICE. Oh, this is for our our neighbors who are forced to hide. Together we will abolish ICE. We're singing, this is for our neighbors who are locked inside. Together we will abolish ICE. Oh, this is for our neighbors who are forced to hide. Together we will abolish ICE. Oh, this is for our, are you ready? Who are locked inside. Together we will abolish ICE. Oh, this is for our neighbors who are forced to hide. Together we will abolish ICE. All right, we're going to come back to that one a little bit later, and now I give you Misty. Let's give it up for Misty. Woo!
Good morning, everyone, and thank you for being here. My name is Misty O'Healy. I am with Indivisible 49.
Which is a coalition partner with San Diego United.
I'm gonna start very quickly with one announcement from somebody from Detention Resistance, but I do want to say before all of this begins, this is going to be different than when you are usually here every Thursday. This is going to be a press conference today. There will be music interjected again at the end, but just want to make sure that you're aware this is not going to be the similar format that we've had. And Nancy is going to come and talk about a need that Detention Resistance has.
Thank you. Good morning. Just very quickly, some of you may have heard me last week, but I just would like to spread the word that the work we're doing down here is very important to bear witness to what's going on. Hello. Good morning. Okay. Just very quickly, I would like to ask you to spread the word that the work we were doing down here has been interrupted because ICE has not allowed us our First Amendment right to be bearing witness to what they're doing in the hallways on the second floor. We need more people. We need more volunteers. So if you know anyone who might be willing to come down and help us, there's many positions. There are positions that don't involve any interaction with ICE. But we just need some more bodies down here to help us out. We're here every single day, so particularly bilingual speakers, really, really needed. But anyone who's willing to give a couple hours to come down and help us out, if you can get in touch with me, I can give you the information. And please spread the word to people that you know, okay? And fuck ICE!
Can you hear me okay now? Yes. Okay, again, I am Misty O'Healy. I am with Indivisible 49, a coalition partner with San Diego United. We are here today to talk about the unity that we have as a coalition and in San Diego. And we're here to say there are no kings. What we want you to understand is that the overreach of this government encompasses what we are seeing with ICE and the terror it is reigning in our communities, the illegal wars that are being fought in Iran, in attacking Venezuela, and looks like maybe if he has his way in Cuba coming soon. None of this is okay, and all of this is to try to make himself an actual dictator, and we will not stand for that. I am not only here as a representative of these organizations, but I am also here as the spouse of a Marine Corps veteran to tell you that these illegal wars are doing incredible harm to our communities. They are treating our military as if they are disposable objects and not human beings. Nobody in my family and many other military families I know are okay being treated this way. They deserve our respect, and they deserve us to treat them with dignity and as though they have value as in human life. Overarching today is going to be the fact that we are talking about no kings as the umbrella for these overreaches of government. We also want you to be aware that today this is really special because in this press conference, we have many, many youth speakers stepping up because they are now beginning to speak up more often, more loudly, and they are not just speaking up, they are taking action, and they are going to be here to tell you what that is going to look like. Our democracy is at stake, and it is worth fighting for. It is worth saving, and it is worth fighting for, and the people you hear today are going to tell you why they are standing strongly and why they are here to support No Kings. Our first speaker today is going to be Jacobo Birkbeck. He is a high school student activist from Point Loma High School.
Let's see if I can take this like this. All right, let's just test if this is working. All right. Hello and good morning, everybody. My name is Jacobo Birkbeck, and I stand here today not only as a high school student, but as someone part of a generation that is paying attention. I often hear people say that we are the future, but the truth is, we are living in this moment. We are affected by the decisions made today. Decisions about democracy, about immigration, and even about economic fairness. While others shape the world we're about to inherit, they tell us to focus on school and to not worry about politics. And as they say this, they exploit us. They make it harder for us to own a home, to buy a car, to have a job with a living wage. And we see what's happening. We see the attacks on democratic norms. We see a government that too often listens to the ultra-wealthy over everyday people. We see families in our own communities being abused and harassed by ICE and the Department of Homeland Security. We see our government bombing elementary schools in Iran and being complicit with the genocide in Gaza, and we are not okay with it. Because the idea that nobody is above the law and the power comes from us, the people, is the baseline for the country we want to live in. What gives me hope is that millions across the country with different backgrounds, with different experiences, share the belief that democracy is worth defending and the United States is worth fighting for. And for my generation, this is just the beginning. We are done waiting our turn while the people in power are hurting our communities and undermining our futures. We are going to speak up. We are going to organize, and we are going to stand with the people. And when you stand with the people, you stand for dignity, for freedom, for democracy, and you stand against injustice, against corruption, and against exploitation of people both at home and around the world. So I invite you all to join me next Saturday as we stand together as one to say no kings. Not today, not tomorrow, not ever. Thank you, everybody. Thank you.
The next speaker we have is Rabbi Alexis Pearce. She's with Rabbis for Ceasefire and the San Diego Board for Rabbis and Cantors. Before she speaks, I want to say we have a few of these cards if you are interested in having them to pass around your neighborhood To friends and families, this is the QR code so that people can register for No Kings at Waterfront Park. If there are other No Kings events closer to them, please just encourage them to attend any one of them, but we are looking forward to seeing as many of you as we can at Waterfront Park next Saturday. And here is Rabbi Alexis.
When people of faith look at the actions of this president and his approach to government and the people he selects to lead with him, we see rampant cruelty, violence, hatred, tyranny, self-serving dishonesty, revenge and persecution of political enemies and the weak. We see every abuse of power imaginable. The teachings of all major world religions are trampled and dishonored every day. In this season of holy days, we have Passover, we have Easter, we have the culmination of the Feast of Ramadan, which begins tonight with Eid al-Fitr. All these emerge from the same moral universe, a God who liberates, who judges injustice, and calls people to live with mercy and responsibility. On Passover, we Jews remember our own oppression so that we are taught not to oppress others. If only we would all get this message. Pharaoh is the archetype of abusive power, and the holy story at the heart of Judaism is how, with God's help and guidance, we got out of Egypt, away from serving Pharaoh, so we could serve God. Easter. Christians reflect on how we have received mercy and are called to extend it to others. Jesus' passion shows us how Roman and religious authorities abused power to execute an innocent man out of hatred and jealousy. Jesus redefines leadership as service, not domination. And Eid al-Fitr teaches that the gratitude we feel for what we have received calls us to give generously to others. The discipline of keeping Ramadan emphasizes the importance of not oppressing others, caring for the vulnerable, and acting rather than standing by when someone is in need or in danger.
Yes.
Together they form a unified moral universe. Justice, compassion, responsibility. These are not optional. These are the only proper response to divine grace. But we have seen our neighbors rounded up with special cruelty and injustice, our courts ignored and corrupted, our aid to the poor of the world and this country cut off, violence used against those with and without documents, and aggression against foreign countries without any concern for the good of our people or the rule of law. We've seen rampaging ego and posturing and lies, and we've seen the very richest enrich themselves enormously while many are left with nothing. We've seen hatred and division used to control us and benefit them. How do people of faith understand all this? The prophet Micah says, act justly, love mercy, and walk humbly with your God. The book of Leviticus teaches the foreigner residing among you must be treated as your native born. Love them as yourself. The Gospel of Luke tells us leaders should not lord it over others, but serve. The book of Exodus encourages us, do not deny justice to the poor. Do not accept bribes to the courts. Proverbs says, speak up for those who cannot speak up for themselves. In all these major religions, we are called to oppose cruelty, protect the stranger, seek peace, and pursue it. The prophet Isaiah calls on us saying, woe to those who make unjust laws and deprive the poor of justice. We believe our human dignity is rooted in being created in the image of God. We believe that power must be used to protect, not exploit. We believe that justice is inseparable from compassion. We believe that inaction in the face of harm is morally accountable. the principles of American democracy, and the holy teachings of all the major faiths tell us that this president has abused and betrayed not only the Constitution he's sworn to uphold and defend, but also every gift bestowed on him by God. He has taken his wealth and privilege and power and used it to oppress, destroy, and corrupt. People of every faith stand strongly with no kings and will turn out in large numbers to rally and to vote in defense of everything we believe in. Thank you.
The next speaker we're going to have is another student activist in the area. Her name is Raya Aurora. She's a UCSD student, and she's with the Student Civil Liberty Unions as an organizer. Please welcome Raya.
Good morning, everybody. My name is Raya Aurora. I'm a political science student at UC San Diego and a student organizer with the Student Civil Liberties Union, SCLU. In my classes, we study power. Political scholars define fascism as a system where power is centralized, dissent is suppressed, and fear is used to control people. We see this most clearly in ICE, where people are detained, surveilled, and separated from their communities with little accountability. But it doesn't stop there. It shows up when universities are pressured for what they teach and who they support. It shows up when our civil rights are rolled back, when women are prohibited from getting abortions, when trans people are barred from gender-affirming surgeries, when our tax dollars go to funding a genocide in Palestine. It shows up when environmental protections are stripped away, when truth is politicized, and when institutions are used to serve billionaires instead of the people. I've seen what it looks like when people live with that fear, and I know I'm not the only one. Our generation has grown up with this. For many of us, Trump has shaped how we understand politics. I know a lot of us are tired of the chaos, tired of watching our communities be targeted. They told us our generation is the future, but we are acting now. Protesting matters. Being here matters. But it only makes a difference if we carry it beyond the moment. That means organizing. It means showing up for the people in our communities in real, tangible ways. For me, one way I've done that is through SCLU's Detention Free San Diego campaign, working directly with local businesses, making sure people know their rights, and building networks that protect our communities from ICE. That's what it means to turn protests into action. And that kind of work matters because it builds something bigger than any of us. It builds community power. Power that doesn't rely on institutions to protect us, but comes from people choosing to stand with each other, to show up for each other and to refuse to let that fear divide us. Because the systems we're up against are coordinated, so we have to be too. We have to build networks, relationships, and communities that are strong enough to protect each other when institutions fail us. That's how real change happens, not just in moments like this, but when we build afterwards. Fuck ICE, free Palestine, fuck Donald Trump. Please show up to King's next Saturday. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Raya. I just want to say, if you guys haven't begun to get inspired by Jacobo and Raya, then we have a couple more students that are going to speak in a bit. But right now, we have James Smith, the founder and co-director for Black Deported Veterans of America. Please welcome James.
Before we get started, can we possibly take a moment of silence for the service members that have died and have been injured in the senseless war that's going on the other side of this country? You know, right now, I'm sitting here thinking about my young brothers and sisters that are over there following their direct orders in a senseless action that didn't need to happen, at least not at the moment. And many of them are non-citizens. and have no idea of knowing that after putting their lives on the line, after enduring the anxiety that happens in a combat arena, that they can come back here and be ejected from this country.
Shame.
Today,
A little louder.
yes ma'am.
Thank you.
Today I stand with you as a representative of many veterans here at this rally because the fight for justice that's being carried on here has an intricate effect on the deported veterans and the military naturalization crisis. Service members like Marlon Pearce, Godfrey Wade, Laura Mesa, Patrick Baja served this nation only to have themselves stripped of belonging, deported, or separated from their families. This injustice mirrors the broader demand we have here, and that is to end the unchecked power of institutions like ICE. We must replace fear with peace, and we must ensure that American power abroad is used responsibly and not haphazardly. When we say no kings,
No king.
when we say no kings, when we say no kings, we mean no one is above accountability. Not governments, not agency like ICE, and not any system that kidnaps and brutalizes its people. I ask you to stand and come out for the No Kings rallies next Saturday and everyone going forward. We must stand for a future where power is used to protect and not oppress, like my sister said. Let's bring every one of these veterans home, and let's ensure that no one's freedom is stolen again. Thank you.
Thank you, James, and thank you to everyone who has been in the military, is a veteran, is active duty, and their families. We appreciate the sacrifice everyone has made for all of us, whether we agree or not with why they are being deployed and what is happening now. Now we have a tag team of student organizers: Isabella Lopez, San Diego State student and Racial Justice Coalition intern, and Alan Karcher, UCSD student and Racial Justice Coalition intern.
Hi everyone, thank you for coming. My name is Isabella Lopez. I'm a San Diego State University student, a RJCSD intern, and a proud child of an immigrant. During grade school, we are taught about U.S. history, how America fought for independence and built a democracy. We see this represented in the first 3 words of the U.S. Constitution: we the people. But who exactly are the people? We the people, I will tell you, are the individuals who call the United States our home, no matter where they are born. We the people should not allow this phony leader to create moral panic about immigrants, but we should become even more united in a time of violence and fear. We the people will say no to kings and refuse the separation of our hermanos and hermanas. With our siblings being kidnapped and prevented from any human dignity, do we really have any independence and democracy? As a student, I am calling leaders of tomorrow. I am encouraging all of us to fight for what we are taught in grade school: freedom and democracy. Although we have seen U.S. history repeat mistakes again and again, don't be a part of that history of segregation and harm, but be a part of that change that unites and respects humanity. Be a part of the people. Hope to see everyone on March 28th to say yes to our people and no to the kings.
All right, hello. How we doing? We doing all right? Yeah? All right, I want to start off by thanking, of course, our amazing organizer, Wendy, and Darwin Fishman for giving me this opportunity, me and Isabella, to speak. So I know, at least for the students, we're here not just to speak on behalf of the injustices and threats to democracy we're currently experiencing, but also, of course, more broadly on behalf of student activism and its current state as a whole. I want to start off by quickly acknowledging the state many young people and students are inheriting and the difficulty carrying and actively going to social movements can bring when political legitimacy is given to narratives that say you as a human being are less than human for your skin or for your values, or the dignity of people you love, good people you love, is diminished. I understand it can be difficult to care about topics that may make you feel powerless and activism that feels futile, especially when we live in a day and age where time and efficiency are the central point to our current existence. It can feel rational to not speak up, to give in, and to be complicit. I myself stand here as someone who is not perfect, but I try to do as much as I can within this community, and trying, no matter what one may say, is enough. However, I'm here because I want to plead that no change has ever come from a people that choose not to try change within themselves first. People who choose to fight for what's humane, even if it's scary or feels too big for you to make a dent. All good change started from a handful of good people, and I implore all students and youth to choose to be a pest and choose to not swallow whatever fictitious and malicious narratives they're fed. I implore them rather to feed and follow the goodness of their souls, and luckily that usually is the antithesis of the Trump agenda. In those spirits, I hope to see more amazing souls on March 28th to fight against the ones who currently have none. And I'd like to believe those who are simply lost and can't at the moment find their own. However, through our activism and our care for our neighbors and constituents, people who make us feel bonded with one another, we together get to have that opportunity, perhaps move the lost and rationalize with the other side. And I want to end this with a thank you for giving me said opportunity to speak and rationalize my own thoughts with all you today. Thank you guys. Take care.
And now, if that didn't give you hope, I don't know what will. If these students can come out here today, speak up, speak as strongly and eloquently as they did to get you to show up for No Kings and get you to get the word out for No Kings and to help you explain why it is important to show up, then I don't know what else we can do except for our next speaker, Crystal Irving, who's the president of SEIU, is going to wrap it up. And while Crystal's making her way up here, I just want to say there are 2 QR codes on either side of this stage. Those QR codes are ways that you can take action before No Kings. So scan the QR codes, pass the word around, make sure you are getting everybody you know to show up for No Kings. And now there are, again, these cards that you can take to flyer your neighborhood and community. These are for the Waterfront Park location. If you are not in the location of Waterfront Park, or you have friends who are going to go elsewhere, tell them to show up, sign up, and continue doing work afterwards. And now we are all going to have the great pleasure of hearing my friend Crystal Irving, the president of SEIU Local 221, talk to you about everything else.
Thank you. Hey everyone. Are we out here today? Are we here? Do we want them to know we're here? Let's make some noise. Again, my name is Crystal Irving, and I'm so proud to serve as president of our union, SEIU Local 221. In a time where the federal government refuses to fund health care, they seem to have found a way to fund cruelty. When they won't ensure that millions and millions are fed, they continue to fund domestic terrorism. When public services are at risk, they can start new wars and fund them with the money that they continue to tell us is simply not there. When the children and families who are enrolled in Head Start programs and the workers serving our communities are sitting on pins and needles every few months to see if any funding will be renewed and trickle down to them, there's still money for more power and control of the wealthy. When low wages are regarded as such the norm, instead of having billionaires continuously pay their fair share of taxes and lifting the federal minimum wage, we, the working people, subsidize and pay for the health care of workers of Amazon and Walmart, while the Walton family and Jeff Bezos fly their private jets and cruise in their yachts eating caviar, while many of our family and friends don't even know where their next meal is coming from or if they can fill up their gas tank to get to work. And look, we know that ICE and Border Patrol and Customs continues to be one of the biggest threats to democracy, because it all starts with the most vulnerable, and then that heat begins to rise. Can we agree that the heat is rising? Do you all feel the heat rising? We must stand for and with working people who may not have the ability to stand for themselves. And that's what us being here today does. Standing for and with working people who may not be able to stand for themselves. And there may be people sitting at home who may think that this does not apply to them. Maybe they haven't felt the impact of the squeeze. Maybe they say, or they're not ready to admit that this is happening. But let me tell you, it is a matter of time before we are protesting something that directly impacts you and your family. And we have an obligation to make sure that it does not even rise to that point. And that's what No Kings is about. And let me just say, we're here for ICE. This does not impact me directly. My family didn't come to America by choice. My lineage did not arrive in this country by choice. We arrived through U.S. Southern slavery, the transatlantic slave trade. But it impacts people that I know, it impacts people that I love, it impacts the people that I work with. And for those reasons, this is my fight, and this is our fight. Let me also just say that you don't have to be directly impacted in order to show empathy. You don't have to be directly impacted to stand up and show up for other people. You don't have to be directly impacted to stand for dignity and human rights. We all deserve that at minimum. We deserve food, shelter, water, care, health care, love, joy. We deserve those things at minimum. And we get to stand for and with each other as we advocate for those things. Now, we know that labor unions are one of the last lines of defense when it comes for working people. It is one of the last lines of defense, organized defense against working people. And that's why at SEIU, we take that very seriously. Whether it is organizing other workers to join unions and become unionized, or fighting tirelessly and relentlessly for strong contracts that uplift wages and benefits for working people, and not just uplift wages and benefits, but also fights for the communities that we get to serve. It's not just about the workers, it's about the communities that our members and workers show up every day to serve, to make sure that they have the things that they want and need. And we at SEIU, we also know that because we are one of the lines of defense, the last lines of defense for working people, it is our duty and responsibility to show up in these moments where so many things are under attack, when so many rights are under attack, when people are under attack. It is our responsibility as labor. So what does No Kings Rally mean to us? No Kings Rally is the opportunity for people to come together from all walks of life, no matter who you are, what zip code you live in, who you love, the color of your skin, the texture of your hair. None of that matters except that we are in this together. And the only way that we win is by coming together and standing together. Now, I'll just say, sometimes we get to the No Kings Rally and I look around, I see some unlikely allies. I see some folks who may have been sitting on the sidelines for quite some time. And maybe for those folks, it just got to the point where they're starting to see how this impacts them. To those people, we open our arms and we welcome them into this movement and into this work. I was at a conference and one of the speakers said something to the effect of, the opposition has realized that they don't have to get along or even like each other to hurt us in our communities. And we have to recognize that we don't have to get along and see eye to eye on every single thing in order to come together and protect and save our communities and democracy. And so we lean into that. Saturday, March 28th, we're leaning into that. We are leaning into the fact that our differences together is what actually makes us stronger. We lean into the fact that our values that may be different and misaligned at times, coming together with those differing values and vantage points and experiences is where our actual power lies. Because if anything is true, the only way we defeat authoritarianism and authoritarianism and fascism is through collective action together. And I also want to lift up one more thing. Sometimes, even for me personally, standing before you as a Black woman, it is hard to fight for a democracy that wasn't necessarily working for me, and that wasn't necessarily working for my family, wasn't necessarily working for many of my friends. Sometimes it is hard to stand for that democracy. But even in those hard times of standing for a democracy, we have to realize that the fight didn't start here and it doesn't end here. So when we save democracy, we're building on the things that came before. We are using that as a foundation point to keep building and fight for the country that we actually want to see, that we actually want to live in, that we actually want to thrive in, that we want our little people coming behind us to have. We fight for the world, for the future. Will you all join me in fighting for the future? Yes. Will you all bring your family and friends to fight for the future? Yes. Will you all tell everyone you know that we are fighting for the future? Yes. This foolishness that we're in did not start when that man took office. And it's not going to end when and if he leaves. It's not going to end. This fight is not going to end. And so we need everybody to acknowledge your role, because we all play a role in this. We all have a role to play. We all have something to give and contribute. Think about your gifts. Think about your motivation, your values, what drives you, and figure out how to bring that to our movement. Can I count on you all to do that? Okay, so let me get some hands, because you know I'm labor. We're going to do some counts. If you're showing up to No Kings on Saturday, March 28th, raise your hand. If you are committed to bringing someone with you on Saturday, March 28th, raise your hand. If you are committed to standing united and fighting for the future that we want to see in this country, raise your hand. All right, SEIU organizers, y'all track that? Okay. Okay, so thank you all so much. And we got to get some practice in. Do you mind if we do a couple practice chants? Okay, so let's get a little practice in, because I want to make sure everyone's vocal cords are nice and warm, that you're ready to chant. Now, it's not enough to just practice here. We want to make sure they hear us on the inside, all right? So, let's start with this one. No kings, no crowns. We the people won't back down. No kings, no crowns. We the people won't back down. No kings, no crowns. We the people won't back down. No queens, no crowns. We the people. I can't hear you, and I'm right here. No crowns. We the people. Little bit louder. No crowns. We the people won't back down. No kings, no crowns. We the people won't back down. No kings, no crowns. We the people won't back down. Oh, that was pretty good, Misty. That was pretty good, Wendy. Should we do one more? Yes. Okay, maybe let's do one more to make sure everybody is nice and warm. That sound good? Did that feel good? Okay. Let's try no kings, no war. That is what we're marching for. No kings, no war. That is what we're marching for. No kings, no war. That is what we're fighting for. No kings, no war. That is what we're fighting for. No kings, no war. I can't hear you, and I'm right here. A little bit louder. One more time. Maybe twice. No kings, no war. That is what we're fighting. Okay. Woo, all right. That is what we're... Misty, Wendy, I think they're ready. Do you think they're ready? You all ready for No Kings on Saturday, March 28th? All right, we look forward to seeing you all there. Thank you so much. Let's fight this together and let's win this together.
Did I lie? She is one hell of a powerhouse and voice for San Diego and unity for the fight for democracy. One of my favorite quotes, and I'm going to share with you just before we wrap up with some more singing from our friends at Raise Your Voice of San Diego. Some of you may know who said this, but it wraps up what Crystal said in only a couple lines. Diversity is our strength. Unity is our power. And now let's raise our voices, San Diego.
All right. A lot of us are here with a number of different hats, so I'm going to put on a different one for just a second. I received word this morning. Many of you are aware of the work of the Otay Mesa Detention Collective, who has a vigil every Sunday afternoon at 1:30 down at the Otay Mesa Detention Center. The primary work of that group is to raise funds to put on the books for the hostages inside the detention center so they can call their families, so they can call their lawyers, so they can get food from the commissary instead of the slop they are served. We have not received any donations this week. We're trying to get $3,000 every week so we can put money on folks' books. If your name is Darwin Fishman, would you put your hand in the air? He's wearing a red t-shirt. He has a QR code that you can use to donate. It goes to Venmo. If you go directly to Venmo and look for Otay Mesa Collective, you can find it without the QR code. We really need to get those funds in, folks, so that we can help these people stay in touch with their lawyers and their families and stay alive. Thanks. All right, we're going to sing this song that we taught you earlier. This is for our neighbors who are locked inside. Together we will abolish ICE. This is for our neighbors who are forced to hide. And once we get going, I'm going to throw out some other words to put in place of neighbors. So stay on your toes and sing with us. And I had the note. Is it ba? This is for our neighbors who are locked inside. Together we will abolish ICE. Oh, this is for our neighbors who are forced to hide. Together we will abolish ICE. Oh, this is for our neighbors who are locked inside. Together we will abolish ICE. Oh, this is for our neighbors who are forced to hide. Together we will abolish ICE. Our people, this is for our people who are locked inside. Together we will abolish ICE. Oh, this is for our people who are locked inside. Together we will abolish ICE. Our families, this is for our families who are locked inside. Together we will abolish ICE. Oh, this is for our families who are forced to hide. Oh, together we will abolish ICE. Our children, this is for our children who are locked inside. Together we will abolish ICE. Oh, this is for our children who are forced to hide. Together we will abolish abolish ICE, our neighbors. This is for our neighbors who are locked inside. Oh, together we will abolish ICE. Oh, this is for our neighbors who are forced to fight. Together we will abolish ICE. That's right, we will. This last song we're going to close out with, I'm quite certain many of you know. We're going to sing a little, we shall not, in fact, be moved. Because we're like a tree, right? Standing by the water. We shall not be moved. And I am going to shout out some verses to you as we get there. All right. We shall not be moved. We shall not be moved, just like a tree that's standing by the water. We shall not be moved. We're fighting for our freedom. We're fighting for our freedom. We shall not be moved. We're fighting for our freedom. We shall not be moved, just like a tree that's standing by the water. We shall not be moved. Voices raised together. Voices raised together. We shall not be moved. Voices raised together. We shall not be moved, just like a tree that's standing by the water. We shall not be moved. Chorus. We shall not be moved. We shall not be moved, just like a tree that's standing by the water. We shall not be moved. We're standing with our neighbors. We're standing with our neighbors. We shall not be moved. We're standing with our neighbors. We shall not be moved, just like a tree that's standing by the water. We shall not be moved. Sing it. We shall not be moved. We shall not be moved, just like a tree that's standing by the water. We shall not be. The whole world is beside us. The whole world is beside us. We shall not be moved. The whole world is beside us. We shall not be moved, just like a tree that's standing by the water. We shall not be moved. Chorus. We shall not be moved. We shall not be moved, just like a tree that's standing by the water. We shall not be moved. One more time. We shall not be moved. We shall not be moved, just like a tree that's standing by the water. We shall not be moved. Thank you, everyone, so much. Thank you for coming out. Thank you for singing with us. We know we will see each other. Bring your friends here, y'all. Bring your friends. We need more folks, more friends. We'll see you on the 28th. We'll see you between now and then. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you.